Biden's withdrawal from re-election campaign should make people disappointed and angry, Sage Steele says. President Biden announced he would not seek re-election and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris. Former ESPN broadcaster Sage Steele tore into President Biden's decision to withdraw from his re-election campaign more than 3 weeks after a disastrous debate with former President Trump. Steele expressed her concerns about the United States and took a shot at the president's family for allowing him to stay in the race. Biden announced earlier Sunday he was ending his re-election campaign and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris as the potential Democratic nominee. Statements from First Lady Jill Biden and the president's children followed after the announcement was made. However, Steele was unhappy it had gotten this far. "I think what we should be is disappointed and angry because it should never have gotten to this point in the first place," Steele said in a video posted to X. "And I don't even mean since that debacle of a debate on June 27 when the mainstream media just magically decided to admit, wait, maybe he has some cognitive issues. Maybe he's not fit to run for re-election." They were lying from top to bottom for years and covering up for him sadly. We should be so disappointed in his family, in his wife. How, as a spouse, could you allow your husband or wife to go ahead and proceed with something so big and so important when you know that as a human being, they are not okay? That, to me, is disgusting. That's what I've been saying since I interviewed Joe Biden just a month or two after he took office. That was 2 years ago, and I noticed in my interview before the conversation began that he was struggling. Regardless of party, this is heartbreaking happenstance, all of the things that have gone down. But shame on his family for not protecting the man that they claim to love. Jill Biden said earlier this month she was all in on her husband's re-election. She even scolded a reporter who asked whether her husband was dropping out. President Biden was diagnosed with COVID-19 earlier this week, and while quarantining in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, he dropped the statement that he was ending the campaign on X. "The right thing for America would have been to stop this charade a long time ago," Steele added. "But for a variety of reasons, I'm going to say first and foremost ego and power. You decided to stay on until now, which does what? It completely screws the Democrat Party. So, if you truly do believe that America comes first and that Americans come first, you would have stepped away a long time ago, or Jill Biden in 2020. Never allow it to get to this point in the first place. Maybe most concerning is the fact that now our national security we are as weak as we've ever been, at least in my lifetime. Weak and vulnerable. They have been watching. Things have been simmering a long time across the world as people who don't like Americans or our way of life have been watching the weakness, the lack of leadership by Joe Biden. And now what? Now, just for the next 5-6 months, he's a lame duck. We are more vulnerable than ever. Look at what just happened in Pennsylvania just 8 days ago. The Democratic National Convention is about a month away, and it appears Harris is rallying support from Democrats.